What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we are going to be jumping in today, but before we do, hit that like and subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when I post new content. So on today's episode, we're starting with $451,000 in our bank account, in net worth, between the new truck, the older truck, and the cash on hand plus the garage. So looking forward to it. Our money is starting to grow. We're almost to that $500,000 mark. Let's see if we can do it today. Without further ado, let's get underway. What's going on, guys? Well, we are back for another episode, and in the last episode, when we went to do all the upgrades to the truck and everything, it moved our primary truck to Phoenix, which I didn't like at all. I thought that was crap. So the first thing we're gonna do is quick travel back to San Jose. Now, it is seriously my hope. It's gonna cost us $1,433, but I think in the name of realism, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So back to San Jose we go. Now, it is my sincere hope that it has dropped us. It did. So it did drop us back where we were at, which I think is less about dropping us where we were and more about the fact that this is the last garage I was at. I don't know how that works, but it is what it is. So I'm excited about that. It did cost us a little money, so that's a little unfortunate, but what we'll hope to do is make up a little bit of that. Let's see what jobs are available here in San Jose. 53.58 a mile. I do like that. $37,000 over at Lumen Auto. Absolutely excited because I have enjoyed running cars, so we're gonna jump right in.
Ready to roll.
Let's start this bad boy up. We are in gear. Think we're in good shape. Turn off. Get my headlights on. Looks like a little bit of a rainy day. We'll see how that plays out. So we're taking a left out of here.
Turn right. Keep
Uh,
left, and then turn left.
I was gonna say.
Turn left.
Alright, I'll turn left as soon as the light goes green. I guess you don't really realize where you are in the lane till you get a view like that and you're like, oh man. Like from the mirrors it looks like I'm just in the lane. Albeit maybe a little bit to the right, but man, that overhead view was like, sir, you're not even remotely close to in your lane. Well, centered in your lane. So let's go ahead and get over there, collect our trailer.
Get ready to turn right.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, it looked like we were headed back to Yuma, so we'll just make trips back and forth to Yuma and call that a day. There is no... Oh, I don't have a stop sign, but they do. Weird. Okay.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, so speed limit is 30.
Turn left.
I guess going across town to pick this trailer up. The most unrealistic part of this game is that it's got the AC set to 72. I'm telling y'all right now, it'd be set to 68 in this truck if I was driving it. So if I find a way to change that, it's on. Also, we talked about this in one of the last videos, I can't remember which one, but I had to honk at somebody. And I was like, I have absolutely no idea where the air horns are. So before today's video, I did look it up, but I actually assigned it to one of the buttons on my flight controller. And so now, when somebody pisses me off... Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Fun times. So now when somebody's in my way, I have the button.
Go straight on and then keep left.
I know. Everybody's excited. As excited as I am.
Keep
Oh,
left.
that is a
And
red
then
light.
turn left.
So, very exciting stuff.
Turn
Looking
left.
forward to it. Oh, she almost had me convinced to go through this light. She said turn left. I was looking down at my controller and almost did exactly what she said. Alright, so we're sitting on 892 miles. I don't think that's accurate, but we're at about 5/8 of a tank of gas. We should see how this plays out. Alright, so we're off. Looks like we're going to be taking a left here shortly.
Keep left and then turn left.
And if I don't slow down
Turn
too
left.
much before I get there, this light is green. Lumen Auto. Like I said, I've kind of been enjoying this
Please,
whole,
make a U-turn when possible.
that lady needs to be quiet,
This
because
is
I'm
where it
exactly
ends.
where I'm supposed to be. I actually enjoyed the last time I took some cars somewhere, so I thought this would be fun. And then, of course, it was the most,
Drive safe.
it was the job that paid the best, so that worked itself out. Alright, so as we learned in a previous video, we're going to be pulling around here to the side. Hopefully, yep, there's the little white arrow that is above it, indicating this is the trailer. So we'll go ahead and connect. Alright, so let's get this thing hooked up. 623 miles, 12 hours, 56 minutes is what it is saying we're going to run, which is fine. We got to rest in 5 hours. We might have enough fuel for this trip, so what I'm going to do, take a real quick look at what we're doing. We're going to rest in 5 hours. Okay, I saw the one rest area. There's no way that's 5 hours away. It's a 12-hour drive, so. Alright, so I guess what we're going to do is, for the sake of, we're going to exit here. It's an hour and 40 minutes and 75 miles
Let's
from
do
here.
this.
That'll give us a better understanding of what we're looking at in terms of fuel as well. No, no, no. So I only have 637 miles. Let's re-review that. That's a bad idea. And that's fine, because now I was hoping for one slightly more conveniently located. Alright, tell you what. Today we're going to unlock a new road. That's 4 hours away, 194 miles. That works.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so just for grins, what do we got? Oh, 5 Teslas. Okay. Time to get those out of here. And we are headed to Yuma with this, so yeah, just seems like back and forth to Yuma is what we're going to run.
Turn left. Turn right.
Come to a complete stop. Didn't really want to pull out in front of that guy, although we'll Looks like he's coming to a stop. Oh, well. I was gonna say he's probably about to hit me for pulling out in front of it. Quote unquote, pulling out in front of him. I didn't, but his light went green and he accelerated.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Okay. Will do.
Turn right.
Now, in fairness, I can't really envision me using the air horns very much. I just can't. I mean, it's not often that I need to honk at somebody in this game, but we'll see. So the other thing that we've got going on, if you joined me in the last episode, is we did buy
Go straight
a
on.
new truck. Almost died. Almost went right into that hedge. I don't know if anybody else saw that. That was panic. I was looking over my shoulder, making sure the trailer had made it, and almost went right into the hedge. So, we did buy a new truck and fixed it up, and then we actually did hire a new person to drive said truck, and actually I think that truck's nicer than mine. Anyway,
right, and then turn
so I'll be excited to see she'll start completing jobs. It may not be in this episode, but she will start completing jobs.
Turn right.
Which means our income will start to go up. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of job she's running, what kind of income she's making. Hopefully we'll be able to procure another truck and another driver shortly. And then we will have even more income, and our road to $1 million will complete here soon. But until then, we are on the road, headed to Yuma. So we've got about 4 hours for our truck stop, where we'll be pulling in, fueling up, getting some rest, and then continuing our drive. Speed limit is going to be 55 for the majority of this trip, so nothing exciting really about that. Good news is the truck will do it. Hello, Mr. Officer. I'm actually going to, I've kind of learned my lesson here. I'm going to set the cruise control at 57, which means that if we're going down a hell of a steep incline, or decline, I guess, I won't be going 61, 62 and get myself a ticket. I'll only be doing 60, so hopefully I can avoid that ticket. I'm also going to attempt not to hit anybody today.
And then turn.
That's my plan, is not to have any car accidents. I'd like to save the $900 that costs me.
Turn right.
So we'll see how that plays out, but I am going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy the drive. When we get to our stop, obviously we'll rejoin the action, and then we'll be back on the road, probably listen to a little more music, and then we'll go ahead and make this delivery to Yuma. So hang tight and enjoy the music. our GPS is probably going to tell me
right,
shortly.
and then exit right.
Yep, we have made it to our exit. So we are going to be exiting here.
Exit right.
This is a new road for us. We are going to unlock a little bit of the road
Get
system.
ready to turn right.
And when I say a little bit, I mean a tiny, minuscule amount of it.
Turn right.
One thing I didn't check that I always do and didn't for some reason this time is our timing. So we got 27 hours left. We got 9.5 hours of driving plus 10 hours of sleep,
Keep
which is
right,
19.5
and then
hours.
turn right.
So we will be fine, but I usually check that, and for some reason I didn't this time.
Turn right.
How bad would it have been to find out that we didn't have time to sleep? I've only had one load that was not on time. That was our second load, and if you've been watching with for any amount of time, you know what happened there. So if not, go back and check that out, because it was an exciting time for
Make
somebody
a
that
U-turn.
was just starting out. It was miserable.
Okay, let's find a new route. When possible, make a U-turn.
Gonna go ahead and make a complete stop here.
Recomputing. Turn right.
She is gonna fight me till I get out of this parking lot, it sounds like. Alright, let's get some fuel. $91 gallons, that's not bad. $460 at $5.04 a gallon. So that's alright, I suppose. Alright, one thing taken care of there. We are now headed to take care of the second thing, which is getting some much needed sleep. My guy is exhausted. I think we can pull a little further forward. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we had plenty of space. What are we doing? Ta-da! Oh yeah, that's looking good. We blend in with the community. Perfect. All right. Well, let's put it in neutral. Apply the parking brake and shut it off. Let's get some sleep. Well, that's new. Oh, first and foremost, $4,697. Our lady made a delivery. How exciting. Secondly, does anybody else see what's happening? It is raining. How exciting. We haven't had rain yet. I was like, I do know that this truck has wipers. I was pretty sure of the button. So here we go. We're gonna cut this back. I'm sure there might have been another way to exit this lot, but I don't know what it was, so. Well, this adds certainly a new challenge. For sure, because like even just looking out my window, it's a little blurry to the left, looking in my mirror. But it does add some realism, so that's what we were after. And we got it. How exciting. I'm excited. Hope y'all are excited. Let's go.
Get ready to turn left.
I am ready to turn left. 100%.
Turn left.
boy. It is a little bit more difficult to see. It is dark, y'all. No big deal. We are on the road. I am ready to turn right.
Turn right.
I definitely slowed down way more than I meant to there. Alright, well, like Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on. We're going to do the same thing, which is try to set the cruise control at like 57. Perfect. Bang. Look at that. Alright, looks like the rain is slowing down a little bit. My adaptive wipers slowed down. So we've got 16 hours to get there. We got 8 hours to drive. 425 miles. Looks like we'll get there at about 9:45 in the morning. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn it over to the radio, and I'll see you guys when we get closer. right, so here we are in Yuma.
Exit right.
We are making the exit. We're just a few miles down the road from where we're headed. So it rained on us for
Turn right.
most of the night. So we did end up having to make not a U-turn, a detour, because there was an accident or something on the road. The detour honestly took us about a minute out of our way, like 1 minute. So that's not too terrible. I did try to follow the speed limit for most of the drive. No tickets to speak of, so that's good. So we are just, like I said, just down the street from delivering this load of cars
Keep
to the
left,
rail
and then
exporter.
turn left.
And then we will call this
Turn
one
left.
an event. Really meant to get a little closer to the stop line there. There we go. So here we are in Yuma. There have been quite a few loads that we've delivered here, so that's we're gonna unlock some of the city. Although I do recall coming through here, so it's a left here, a right, a left, and then a right into the yard. So I do recall having been to this specific receiver, which is a little unfortunate because that means we're not unlocking anything new. But I mean, it's really not that big a deal. So
Get ready to turn left.
all right, so right up
Turn
here,
left, and then turn
we'll
right.
hang a left. We're just headed right there. So we are very nearly there. I'm really hoping, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to put my trailer right basically in front of us. This is gonna be one of
Turn
those
right.
whole backup things. So I'm not
Here we
really
are.
looking forward to it.
60.
Yep, yep. So right there in that cove, just like last episode or episode before that. So, yep, got to put it back there so we all know what that means. Go ahead and pull it forward here. I'm actually going to pull as far forward as possible. And then here we go. On the plus side, the trailer is basically invisible, so should be able to accomplish this, I would think. I didn't cut it nearly early enough, which is my fault. And that's okay, so just gonna pull forward. Drop it in reverse. Like I said, an invisible trailer, so I'm clear of that obstacle. I'll go ahead and cut it a little tighter. So we are in here. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to... I think this third. Yep. Got to move the trailer over a little bit. Done. That wasn't too bad, using an invisible trailer. I mean, it's obviously not actually invisible, but, you know, you get the point. Alright, so we are unhooked, 635 miles, 120 gallons. Quite a few bonuses there. Plus, we have just now hit level 15, so we are now officially an entrepreneur. Headed level 20, which is professional. So, be nice to get up there. We've got those two done. I'm going to go ahead and click fuel economy. We talked about that last time that I had a job complete. Those two jobs do not excite me in any way. So we're going to exit out, and then we'll take a look at where we're currently sitting. So the good news is we've got $80,000 on hand. We've got 2 trucks. Now, what was nice about that is while we were live, we did have Dana completed a job. I think that's her name. Alva. Alva completed a job. So she has started bringing in some cash for us. This truck that we are driving is worth $125,189. And then I don't know. Oh, yeah, look at that. I can. So her truck is worth $105,122. So add that to her total with the garage and everything. So let's take a look at our finances. All right, guys. So with 80,519 on hand, plus the 2 trucks and the garage in Phoenix, we're currently sitting on $490,830. So we are just shy of $500,000. Things are starting to roll here at PPG Freight Lines, and I'm excited about the upcoming episodes as we move our way to $1 million and things are starting to snowball. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. And I appreciate you hanging out with me today. From me to you, thanks for watching.